Hi guys, welcome back and welcome to my first time viewers. I am so excited. A lot of you guys heard my video last night. It was like 12 in the morning when the Lord, when I had asked the Lord, so it was late. And I just want to say a real quick summary about my vision for those that haven't heard it. So I'm going to do it as quick as I can, and then you guys can go back to my video that I did last night to hear the whole story. But in 2019, in June of 2019, I moved into this house, and about 4 to 6 months later, I have a vision. And what happened is I was going to bed, and I put on this preacher that was preaching about end times and what to look for in the rapture and all that. And so I left it on. I put it on my phone, and I laid down to sleep, to lay back, and I fell asleep. But all of a sudden, I just get this, like an urgency that I had to listen. So it's like something just, I got to like an urgency. So I rewinded I started the phone over again, and I laid back down, and I laid down, and then I was again, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta listen to this. And something was just telling me. So I redid it again. I started my phone again. Then I laid down again, and then on the third time, it was like the third time I knew it was God, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really gotta listen to this. So when I was rewinding it, I turned my body around to lay back down, and all of a sudden, right before I laid back, I get this vision of these flowers. They were like, I could see the blooming of the flowers, but they were a little bit far away, and they looked, I thought they were about a foot, but they could have been a little bit smaller because they were so far away. I mean, they were maybe 6-8 feet inches, but anyways, I could see them bloomed already. And then all of a sudden, it focuses in on the little bit of soil that's around it, and then dirt. Like, it's like if you dig a hole in dirt and you put the plant in. Well, that was planted in my front. These flowers were planted in my front yard in dirt, because I own a ranch. So the, dirt from, like, how dirty just dirt when you have a ranch. And it was like, and I didn't see myself planting them. They were just already in the ground, and they had a little bit of soil. And then all of a sudden, I hear the word rapture, and then I heard it the minute I seen the flowers. And then I started like laying back. I said, oh, and then I hear, I'm coming, but with the lower voice, right when I'm coming down and back. And I was like, oh my gosh, and I was like, and I felt like, oh my God, God's telling me He's coming. And I even, my husband was awake, and I told him, oh my gosh, I just had a vision. And then so now to 2021, I got, the Lord told me, some people say that the Lord told me to start it was time to start the video. And I said, wow, does God really do that? I was like, does He? Well, that's what happened to me. I was sitting down, and out of the blues, it wasn't that He said, you're going to do it. I just had this overwhelming feeling that, you know what, I have to do it. I have to share about my rapture dream, and everything fell into place because I didn't know how to do nothing. So how to use the phones and how to do YouTube and all that to do a video. And my son, that, our teenagers and our young adults don't want to help us anymore. I thought, well, who's going to help me, I said, well, maybe I can do it on my own. So I started doing it. My son walks out and says, I'm going to help you, out of nowhere. So I know that starting this YouTube channel was God. And so anyways, he wanted to share these rapture dreams because we're so close, and it was time. But anyway, so I'm, I forgot what was that. I'm so sorry. Well, anyways, the flowers that I seen in my vision, and after I laid down and I heard that, I get to come all the way to now, 2 years later, and I start this YouTube channel. And this is where I shared my first rapture dream that I had in 2009. And then I also shared this one of the vision. But last night, I just wanted to know so bad about the flowers, because I'm trying to think. We I thought it was spring because, you know, I know it had to do with a planting season. So I thought, okay, it's going to be spring, and we all waited. A lot of us waited for June 20th, and nothing happened. So I knew that it had nothing to do with spring. So I was asking God last night, Lord, you know, what is it? You know, what does these flowers, you know, mean? Well, all of a sudden, the Lord quickened me, and there is some flowers growing that just started growing in dirt where I have other plants that are not, they're like where you don't put water on them. So these grew in between them, and they have flowers budding, all colors of flowers. And I know that when the Lord showed me the flowers planted in the dirt with a little bit of soil, I knew that had nothing to do with the actual flower. It had to do with the soil, which meant a planting season. Because He showed me, you know, it was something that would be planted at some time because of the soil. And so all of a sudden, I remember these plants that I've seen, flower plants growing in my backyard, but they're small. They're like barely growing. Some of them are like getting like that, and they have little buds of flowers on them, all colors. And I thought, oh my gosh, and they're growing like wild in the dirt, and but they're healthy. And so I'm gonna go and take you guys out there so you can see. And all night I stayed up thinking, okay, why did I see them in my front yard? And I'm gonna tell you, and I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna agree with me, but I'm taking you to see them. So let's go. So So these are them right there. We got one there. And then we got this one right here that's pink. And then we got, I know one, there's one right there in the back growing, and that's like an orangish color. I don't know if you can see that. And then we got this one that hasn't really, that looks like it's gonna be pink. And then we got a little one back here. I don't know if you can see that right there. And then we got this one over here. And I thought, wow, and look at the dirt. If you see the dirt, I don't know if you can see it. It's dirt. They're growing in dirt. Total dirt. I mean, unbelievable. All this is dirt. You can see the dirt. And I haven't watered these for a while because of the sun. It's been over 100 degrees here in California, and I'm like, I'm not going out. And see, I planted these here because flowers, I tried planting them like 2 years. I tried to plant flowers here, and they wouldn't grow. They would die because the dirt is like practically sand. So I went with these. But the funny thing is, these look so healthy. They are really healthy. And this is almost just all dirt. And so these are summer flowers. They grow in the sun. And the funny thing is, I thought, okay, well, let me come over to the other side and see if there's any over here. And there's none. And there's none at all. But the funny thing is, this side, because of this tree, it's shaded. And I think these have to get like 6 to 8 hours of straight sun. And it's funny because they're in the sun. So it says my phone's getting hot, so I'm going to try to hurry up. But I'm going to come around to this side of my yard just to show you. It's hot out here. So just to show you guys that my dirt around this whole place, even in these plants, this is really dirt, just dirt. And see how the dirt is here? All this, some of these plants are dying, but the dirt, all this is dirt. Like everywhere is dirt. And I'm going to show you where, oops, sorry about that. I'm going to show you guys where I seen the flowers planted. See, this is my yard. This is all like dirt. All this here is dirt. And when I had my vision, I actually thought the plants I thought were up there by the front, but I seen them right here in this dry dirt right here. See how you have the brick this wall like a cement wall? Well, they were right here lined up on the floor right next to them, all the way going up this way. But when I had the vision, I had it this way, so I actually seen the house like way up here, like right next to this brick. So I thought they were up in the front of my house, like way up in the front part, but they're right here in the dirt. So what I'm thinking is, so I thought, why would the Lord show me that they're planted in a dirt area? Get out of the sun because my phone says it's hot. So I thought, why would God show me them in the dirt out here in the front? And it made sense, because what it is God's showing me that they would be planted when in a where it's no shade, it's just all hot, like it's would be like flowers that you plant in the sun, that they have to get sun. And I think what he was trying to say to me, this is how I feel, is that they would be in a time when it's hot and the sun would be hitting them, directly. So he brought them out here where there's no shade. And on where they're planted in the back, they're on the side that's all sunny all day long. There's no shade, there's nothing to cover them or nothing. So that's what I'm thinking is why I seen them, out here straight into the dirt. Oh God, I gotta get in, it's hot. So I hope you guys got a good look at that. I'm gonna go and back in here because it's just too hot. I hope you guys seen that okay, but that totally makes sense because of the season. And like I said, my first Rapture Dream, if you guys want to go back and watch that one, like I said, it's I think it's like 9 videos, and it's called Amazing Rapture Dream, where the Lord came to me in this house that I had not even bought yet 9 years before, and he showed me the kitchen, and you can see that in the in my video. But and he came here, and now 6 months after I'm in this house, I get I get a vision of this house again, and they're about plants that are planted in the front part of my yard. Not yard, but up there, my yard is up here in the grass, but just on the dirt part, like up in the front of my house, but by the dirt. So where I showed you. So I just think that there could be a real possibility, because it's just unbelievable how they're growing. And I don't even hardly I don't even hardly water out there, because that's why I put those plants there, because nothing grew. So I had to get something that grows in the dirt. So those just to appear like 2 weeks ago, right when summer started, I really believe that the Lord was showing me that this is the season. I don't know how long summer goes, but it's a time frame, like I said, a prophetic timeline. So I hope that encouraged you guys, because I was so excited, because those flowers, they were not the flowers that I seen in my dream, but like I said in my vision, that God didn't point the flowers to me. He did see that there were different colors on each flower arrangement group, and that's exactly, one's this color, one's that color. And the funny thing is, I was planning, when I seen them growing, I thought, you know what, I'm going to line these up straight, because they're so one's over here, like you seen one's over there. So I'm going to line them up where they'll be in between, real pretty. So at this, I didn't even show you this. I have soil right there ready to plant them when they're bigger. I thought when they get bigger, I'm going to plant them in the middle. And in my vision, they were like lined up straight. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I was planning on doing that too. So I don't know. Now I'm just like, I don't want them to die at all. So I'm excited. So I hope that encouraged you guys, because it's just so unreal and amazing. So oh my gosh, we wait for that beautiful and awesome day. We know it's close. We know we're right there. So I encourage you guys, be strong. The Lord is coming. The world right now doesn't want to believe. A lot of our family members are like, oh, that's crazy. It's not going to happen. This, that. But because there's a scripture that says, even when they see, they won't believe. And that's what's happening right now. But God's giving them chance after chance after chance to get right, those of the unsaved right now. But if you do have an unsaved child or loved one that you are praying for, they will be saved before the rapture. Because I wanted to share with you guys that in 2009-10, I talk a lot about those 2 years, because I had just given my life back to I had just came back fully to a church and got involved more in the church and everything. So, and that's where I really got back into reading my word and really, getting on my knees again and really praying. And it was a time that I was going through really difficult time. And that's when I just said, God, I said, Lord, please come now. And I was talking about the rapture back in 2009. I was telling God, just come now, Lord. I'm so tired. And literally the Lord said, real quick, I heard him. I mean, this is how God talks to you. You'll know that it's when it's God, because it comes to you like lightning. And he said, really? You really want me to come now? Is your son in my kingdom yet? He's not in my kingdom. He will be in my kingdom. So if God cares that much about my son, it's for all of us. Because usually when God says it to one person, it's for everybody's children. So and loved ones, they will get saved right before the rapture, because if the Lord told me that, and my son is out in the world right now, I know that he wouldn't have said that unless he's gonna bring him back in, because he said he's not in my kingdom. He'll be back. He'll be in my kingdom. So I encourage all you guys that it's gonna happen any minute now. It's either our children getting saved and our loved ones. It's and every other one that has to get saved in God's prophetic time. It's either, I'm thinking either earthquakes that's going to shake up the world, or it's going to be something really major that's going to make them say, oh my gosh, I need to get back. I need to, or it could even be us starting a war, and it's going to be a nuke war this time. It's going to be nuclear. So I think it's going to wake up a lot of people. I don't know, but it might even be the one thing the Lord told me that would happen. Was our children. That's something that he's going to happen for our children to come back. So stay strong. I love you guys. God bless. And I will see you guys next time. I'm going to keep the flowers like when they get a little bit bigger and stronger, like I saw them, seen them. I'm going to show them to you guys again, which shouldn't be more than like a couple of weeks or a month. So I'm excited. And another thing. I don't know if you guys been noticing this, the government and a lot of the elite are talking about September this, September that. We're going to make it mandatory September. We're going to, make all this. And I'm wondering if we're going to be out by that time. And they know, because the enemy knows that his time is short, and he knows when that there's a rapture coming. So, and that's why I'm wondering if the mask, all this stuff has really nothing to do with this. But remember, they know that there is a rapture, that God's going to rapture some of his kids, and they know that they can't have these airplanes in the sky, and they can't be at war, and then all this rapture happen, and everybody, just a lot of things fall from the sky, and they want to protect themselves too. So it could be that, I've been thinking about that, but I'm just so excited. I couldn't even sleep last night, but I love you guys. I hope that encouraged you guys. Keep going forward. We're almost out of here, and the way it's looking, it's probably by the end of this year, for sure, sometime around there. Love you guys, and I will see you again next time. God bless.